Hi
Hi,
Faleesha, how are you doing?
hi, I'm good.
I'm so honored to talk
Have
to you today. Thank you for
so
joining
am I,
us.
so am I, so am I.
Could you introduce yourself to our audience in a few words?
Yeah, sure. I'm Faleesha and I'm studying law from University of Kashmir and I'm in my third year right now.
So let's begin. If you had to describe the Rakshin Project and your journey with it in three words, what would they be?
Um, the first word I would like to say is that it was very enlightening and it was informative and interesting at the same time. It was not like it was not like boring or making me feel like I know this thing already. The session was very informative and interesting at the same time.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So, has there been a change in the way in which you think about issues concerning gender equality, responsible sexuality after attending these sessions?
Uh, I personally consider myself to be woke enough, and but I didn't see gender and sexuality through a child's like vision, a child's perspective on things. Like, how would a child feel about about these things? And I didn't take it like it is a problem with children as well. So Rakshin made me aware about that this sexuality and gender, this thing actually involves children as well. And I got a vision of like, I got to see these things through a child's vision, actually.
Hmm. Yeah, it's so important to start these conversations at a young age. I just keep thinking about if I was told these things when I was younger, it would help so much. So, thanks for pointing
Exactly
that
true.
out. Is there something that you learned at the Rakshin project which you're able to apply in your everyday life now?
I would say I didn't talk about these things earlier, like too often. But after I joined it and I did few tasks, I participated in a debate as well, and then I kind of got familiar and as well as comfortable with these words and these terms and talking about it more often. Yeah, that's what I took from Rakshan.
That's amazing. Do you think you're able to communicate the way you feel about gender and sexuality and equality better because of the Rakshan project? Has that changed?
Yeah, definitely, I would agree
Yeah.
because I talked to my brother after joining Rakshan. I talked to him and I told him that there is this thing happening and you should be a part of it. He's young, he's in 12th grade, so I wanted to talk about things to him. And yeah, I did talk to my mother as well, so yeah.
That's amazing. How did they respond to it?
Obviously their response initially was like, okay, is it like something new, or like we didn't know about it. But yeah, they were like, their response was pretty positive and they were like proud.
I am so glad. I am also so proud of you. It's very difficult to have these conversations, but you did it. That's very inspiring.
Thank you, thank you so much.
So, if you're comfortable in answering, what is your family and your community around you like with regards to issues surrounding sexuality?
um I, to be honest, consider my society and community pretty conservative when it comes to sexuality and gender. There is this what do you call, there is this misunderstanding of like gender in a way, like, and sexuality is not a thing here. So yeah, it's pretty conservative.
So, I'm glad you're still having these conversations.
Yeah,
That's
I'm considered to
amazing.
be kind of rebellious, so yeah.
That's good. Us rebels are going to change the world, I hope.
Yeah.
So, have you experienced any time where um, any incident that made you feel small or uncomfortable?
I went to a pretty conservative school, and there was this constant. I would say I was a kid, and there was this constant comparison of smart kids with average kids. I was pretty good at art and things, but then again, you had to do your academics, and also there was this constant comparison which I didn't like and made me kind of uncomfortable and loss of self worth and all. So
Hmm.
yeah, that is something I would like to say.
So, did anything that you studied at the modules at TRP help understand that?
Yeah, definitely it did. Like for example, I remember there was this term called microaggression. So I thought about it a lot. Like microaggression is something, it's not like seen as aggression. So things like
Yeah.
these, which I was very unaware of, I got to know them. Like, and obviously, I take it through. I'm going to take it throughout my life. So yeah.
That's amazing. So, can you tell our viewers, maybe if someone doesn't know what microaggression is, like through an example or
Um,
something?
Microaggression can be seen as like normal acts, but they are actually aggression. For example, a teacher is not letting you sit in front bench or like punishing you or taking you in the back bench or like something like that. It's not aggression as such, but um, these are normal words, but they have an impact on somebody's life. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I love how you're able to relate everything that you're learning to your personal life. And like you said, you're
Yeah,
taking it
yeah.
along with you. That's really nice. So, if you had to talk about one biggest takeaway from the Rakshin project, what would it be?
As I already said that things I didn't know about and I was completely unaware of, I definitely came to know a lot of things. So I'm going to take them with me, and I'm obviously going to teach uh, my younger cousins, friends, and obviously my own children someday. So yeah.
I love that. That's amazing. So, for our viewers, can you let us know what steps you would take if you found out about a case of child sexual abuse in your community?
Um, First of all, if there is a case like that, obviously if you know the child, you have to provide the safe space, which usually is misunderstood by most of us. Like, and not gaslight the child into thinking that okay, it was his problem and it's like it's something normal or chalta hai, which we usually do, and it happens to all and things like that. So we have to first we have to make the child understand that this is wrong. Yeah, this is, we have to think about we can handle the case. And obviously I'm going to talk to his parents or his elders or the family concerned. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That was very enlightening for me as well. So, like you mentioned, safe space. Can I ask you what your safe space would be and what a safe space means to you?
um for me, a safe space would be like a non-judgmental response to what I have actually expressed, and not making me not gaslighting me into thinking that this was my problem, or this is something which everybody goes through, or this is very, you know this is very pity to think about something, things like that. So yeah.
Yeah, that is so common where if someone's sharing their experience, people just tend to invalidate or trivialize those problems. But I am sure you will provide safe spaces for so many people in the future.
Thank you, I hope so.
Yeah, I can see it already. So before we go, do you have a message that you would like to share with our viewers?
uh, I would like to say that we don't have to be activists, or we don't have to be a part of an NGO to do something which is like this, to talk about and to be more vocal about these things. You don't need to be a part of NGO. However, you just have to be you just have to read about things and just talk about it. That's enough. That's more than enough. Because when you talk about the more you talk about it, the more it is rectified and the more people get aware about it. So talking about the things is very, very, very important.
That is so important. Thank you so much, Felicia. Thank you for being such an
Thank you
important
so, so
part of the
much.
Rakshin Project. And thank you for speaking up even when it's difficult. That is so important. Thank you so, so much.